Have you ever looked at your life and thought, I have tried so hard, so why does it still feel heavy? Have you ever wondered whether smooth days come from luck, or from something you can actually practice? Welcome back to the channel. Tonight we are going to tell a long story that turns a confusing topic into something you can use. We will talk about awakening, wisdom, karma, practice, and fate. And we will talk about why some people seem to live with fewer obstacles. Not because they were born lucky, but because they quietly changed the causes that shaped their days. There is a common illusion that life gets smoother when the world finally cooperates. When the job becomes better. When the money becomes stable. When the right person shows up. When problems stop happening. But even when those things improve, many people still feel stuck inside. The mind keeps complaining. The heart keeps resisting. The relationships keep repeating the same conflicts. The body keeps carrying tension. That is because fate is not only the events you meet. Fate is the direction your habits keep pushing you toward. So in this story, we will walk through 5 changes that can turn the wheel of karma in a practical way. Not in a magical way. In a daily way. Mindset, emotion, speech, behavior, and merit through service. Let us meet our main character. His name is Julian. On paper, Julian was doing fine. He had a job. He paid his bills. He was not living in disaster. Yet he felt like the road was always rough. Something always broke. Someone always misunderstood him. The timing always felt off. He kept telling himself that life was unfair. He kept saying he was unlucky. At first it felt like a harmless story, just a way to release stress. But after years, it became his identity. One night Julian was stuck in traffic, late again. And he felt the familiar he tries. The driver ahead was slow. The light changed. He slammed his hand on the steering wheel and spoke words that made his own chest tighter. Then he looked at the people in other cars. They looked tense too. Everyone looked like they were fighting invisible battles. In that moment, Julian had a small awakening. I am not only stuck in traffic. I am stuck in my own mind. That thought did not fix anything. But it opened a door. A week later, Julian met an older neighbor named Mara. Mara was not rich. Mara was not famous. But she carried a calm that made a hallway feel softer. Julian saw her once when the elevator broke. While others complained, Mara waited quietly, then helped an elder carry bags up the stairs. Julian asked her, "How do you stay calm? Do you not get angry?" Mara smiled and said, "I get angry sometimes, but I do not feed it every day. What you feed becomes your fate." Julian could not stop thinking about that sentence. Mara invited Julian to tea. No fancy talk, just a simple conversation. She told Julian something that sounded almost as simple. If you want life to feel smoother, stop trying to control the whole world. Start changing the 5 levers inside you. Those levers shape the karma you create. Over time, karma shapes the conditions you meet. Julian wanted to argue. He wanted to say, "You do not know my problem." But something in him was tired of fighting. So he listened. The first lever was mindset. Mara said mindset is the story you repeat about life and about yourself. If your story is that you are unlucky, you will notice only evidence that supports the story. You will ignore evidence that contradicts it. You will interpret neutral events as attacks. You will miss chances because you expect failure. That is karma too. Mind karma. The seeds you plant in the mind become the lens that shapes the world you see. Julian thought of his mornings. He woke up and immediately scanned for what might go wrong. Emails. Delays. He felt stress before the day even began. Mara asked him to try a small practice. For 1 week, each morning, before looking at a screen, say one sentence that plants a different seed. Something like, "Today I will meet whatever comes with clarity." Or, "Today I will practice patience and kindness." It sounded silly to Julian, but he tried. At first it felt fake. Then he noticed something. When he planted a calmer intention, he reacted a little less. The day still had problems, but his mind was not adding 10 extra problems on top of them. The second lever was emotion. Mara said most people think emotions are orders. Anger says attack. Fear says hide. Sadness says collapse. But emotions are not orders. They are messages. And you can learn to receive the message without obeying the impulse. Julian asked how. Mara taught him a simple method. Name it. Feel it. Breathe. When anger rises, do not pretend it is not there. Name it. I feel anger. Then feel it in the body. Tight jaw. Hot chest. Clenched hands. Then breathe slowly. Not to escape, but to create space. Then choose the next action based on wisdom, not on heat. Julian tried this at work. A co-worker missed a deadline and Julian felt the old fire. He wanted to send a harsh message. He paused, named the anger, felt the tightness, breathed. Then he chose a different response. He asked what happened and what support was needed to fix it. The co-worker replied with relief and honesty. They repaired the issue faster than usual. Julian realized something uncomfortable. Many of his conflicts were not caused by the original problem. They were caused by his emotional reaction. This was another awakening. The world is difficult, but I often make it harder. The third lever was speech. Mara said speech is a powerful karmic engine. Words create atmosphere. Words create trust or fear. Words can heal or poison. Many people do not realize that their daily speech is like planting seeds everywhere they walk. Julian asked, what speech should I change? Mara said start with 3 habits. Stop complaining as entertainment. Stop gossiping as bonding. Stop speaking harshly when you are tired. Julian felt exposed. He complained a lot. He did it to feel connected to co-workers. He did it because everyone did it. He did it because it felt like relief. But Mara said complaining trains the mind to focus on what is wrong, and it trains the heart to feel powerless. Over time it becomes a prison. So Julian tried a challenge. For 30 days he would reduce complaining. Not by forcing fake positivity, but by changing the format. Instead of complaining, he would state facts, and then state one action he could take. Instead of saying, this place is terrible, he would say, this process is slow. I will suggest one improvement. Instead of saying, my life is cursed, he would say, this is hard. I will practice one small step today. He also stopped gossiping. When co-workers tried to pull him in to talk about someone else, he gently changed the topic. At first people teased him. Then something shifted. People started trusting him more. They stopped fearing that he would talk about them behind their backs. That trust became a kind of social blessing. Doors began to open in small ways. The fourth lever was behavior. Mara said mindset and emotions and speech are powerful, but behavior is where karma becomes physical. Behavior is the proof of your practice. It is what the world can actually rely on. Julian asked what behavior to change first. Mara said pick one behavior that creates repeated trouble in your life. Something you know is a leak. For Julian, the leak was procrastination mixed with sudden panic. He delayed hard tasks, then rushed at the last minute, then made mistakes, then blamed bad luck, then repeated the cycle. Mara told him to practice a different rhythm. Start earlier, work smaller, repeat daily, no drama. Julian chose one project and broke it into small steps. He did one step each day. It felt boring. But then he noticed that boredom was not the enemy. Boredom was the doorway to discipline. When you can do boring, wholesome things consistently, your fate becomes stable. His sleep improved. His work improved. His relationships improved because he was not constantly anxious. He realized that many people call it luck when they meet a smooth period. But often it is the harvest of disciplined behavior. The fifth lever was merit through service. This was the one Julian did not expect. Mara said you cannot only remove negativity. You must also plant goodness. Goodness is not only moral. Goodness is a practical force that creates support around you. When you serve others, you build connections and trust. You also cleanse the mind of self-obsession, which is a hidden source of suffering. Julian asked, "Do you mean volunteering?" Mara said volunteering is one way. But service can be small and daily. Help someone with information. Offer your time. Protect someone's dignity. Share resources when you can. Listen. Encourage. Introduce people who can help each other. Do it with clean intention and clear boundaries. Julian started small. He helped a new co-worker learn a system without acting superior. He checked on an elder neighbor and carried groceries. He donated a small amount each month to a local cause. He did not announce it. He treated it as practice. Something changed inside him. When he served, his mind felt wider. His problems did not vanish, but they stopped feeling like the center of the universe. He felt less trapped. He felt more connected. That connection is not sentimental. It is karmic. When you build goodwill, you build a field where help can grow. Now the story moved into a season of testing. Julian was doing well for a while. Then a problem arrived that would have destroyed his old mindset. A family member got sick. Money became tight. Work pressure increased. The old voice returned. "See, life is unfair. You tried and it still hurts." Julian sat alone one night and felt the knot return. But this time he had tools. He looked at the 5 levers. Mindset. He said, "This is painful, but I will meet it with practice." Emotion. He named fear and sadness. He breathed. He chose to act with clarity. Speech. He refused to spread panic through complaining. He spoke honestly but calmly. Behavior. He made a simple plan and followed it daily. He continued small service, even while stressed, because service kept his heart human. The situation was still hard, but something was different. He did not collapse into bitterness. He did not poison his relationships. He did not waste energy on blame. And because of that, help began to appear in ordinary ways. A friend offered advice. A co-worker covered a shift. A neighbor brought food. A manager allowed flexible hours. Julian realized he was meeting benefactors, not because he deserved special treatment, but because his life had become a place where goodwill could land safely. This is how fate becomes smoother. Not by eliminating all storms, but by becoming a person who does not create extra storms through habit. Let me tell you a smaller story inside this story. There was a woman named Tessa who always said, "I have bad luck with people." She believed friends always betrayed her and partners always disappointed her. When we looked deeper, we saw patterns. She spoke harshly when she felt insecure. She tested people to see if they would stay. She withdrew and then blamed them for leaving. That was her karma. Not punishment, just repetition. When Tessa began practicing the 5 levers, her fate changed. She changed her mindset from, "People always leave," to, "I can build trust through my actions." She learned to name emotions instead of acting them out. She cleaned her speech, less sarcasm, more clarity. She changed behavior, showing up consistently instead of disappearing. She planted merit by supporting others without manipulation. Over time, she met better relationships. The world did not suddenly become perfect. She became different. And because she became different, the results became different. Now bring this back to your own life. If you want life to feel smoother, you do not need to wait for the universe to finally approve of you. You can start turning the wheel today. Choose one lever. If mindset is heavy, plant a different intention each morning. If emotions control you, practice naming and breathing before acting. If speech is leaking trust, reduce complaining and gossip, and practice calm honesty. If behavior creates repeated chaos, choose one small disciplined routine and repeat it. If your heart feels tightened, isolated, plant merit through small acts of service. This is not about becoming perfect. This is about becoming steady. And here is the deeper spiritual point. When you practice these 5 levers, you are practicing awakening. You are learning to see your own pattern. That is wisdom. You are choosing causes that reduce harm and increase goodness. That is karma in motion. You are becoming kinder and more responsible. That is compassion. You are repeating these choices until they become you. That is practice. And over time, the road you walk changes. That is fate.
Every person carries a certain energy. Your focus, your dreams, your purpose. Bracelet is a physical reminder of that energy. Symbol you wear daily. That pushes you to stay grounded, balanced, and aligned. If one of the bracelets caught your eye, you can order it through the link in the description. And check more powerful styles on our homepage store. Choose the one that strengthens your journey.